welcome to the Live Lounge at Open Banking Expo UK and Europe 2025. Great to have you with us today, and my very first guest in the studio is Jo Toolan, who is Managing Director of Payments at PayPoint. So welcome to the Live Lounge, Jo. Great to have you here. I know that you're at Open Banking Expo this year, so great to have you and PayPoint returning. And you've joined me to talk all about confirmation of payee. So PayPoint began its COP or confirmation of payee journey in 2022, and it's already completed over 12 million bank lookups, which is a really impressive milestone. So Jo, tell me, what have been the key drivers behind this success, and how has the adoption of COP evolved since its introduction?
Yeah, so I mean, we're really proud about the success that we've had with confirmation of payee, and I think it's fundamentally because how simple and easy it is to use. I think we started the journey with local authorities during COVID because they were paying many support payments out to residents and consumers. And I think one of the challenges they had is they were very concerned about misdirected payments and fraudulent applications. So COP was a perfect fit for them. So we did that with a number of local councils, and I think some of the challenges they have with integrating as a platform. So it was very important for us that we had a no-code option as well, so they could just take it off the shelf and use it as and when by uploading batches of payments and checking those. So that was a huge success for us, and I think over time it's evolved into many, many different applications and many different use cases across businesses. And I think that's the power of confirmation of payee. I think one clients start to use it, they realise that actually it has multiple different applications. So whether that be refunds, checking suppliers, onboarding customers in terms of direct debits. So it just evolves over time, and we're seeing that growth now within PayPoint.
Yeah, it's great to hear about that growth and that success story. So tell me, what are the most sort of common business challenges your clients are facing when introducing open banking payments as an option at checkout? And do issues around trust and fraud prevention come up at all?
Yeah, so open banking payments is slightly different to COP because there's obviously a consent basis there where confirmation of pay isn't. So I think integrating into their payment platform, so whether that be on their website or their app, as a payment channel. So once they've done that integration, I think some of the challenges around reconciliation. So unlike cards where you get settlement in one go, whether that be sort of transaction plus 1 or 2, whatever they've got with their card acquirer, with open banking, those payments could be one-to-one. So if you're getting thousands or hundreds of thousands of payments in a day and getting those into a bank account line by line, it becomes quite a challenge for reconciliation. And also sometimes clients get charged by their bank for every entry. So that can offset some of the savings that they get through making a payment by open banking. So one of the things that we've done is we offer aggregated payments as well. So we could aggregate that into a bank account and make a single daily settlement to help with that reconciliation, which we found has been really popular with clients.
So, Jo, do you think features like COP play a role in encouraging more businesses to make that leap and to integrate open banking then?
Yeah, I think COP is a great first step because I think most people are familiar with that in their sort of day-to-day life. So when they're making payments or bank transfers in their banking app, they're obviously using that. So they sort of trust it and therefore are more comfortable embedding it into their business use case. And I think what we've found is that what we've done from PayPoint is we've integrated COP into other payment infrastructure. So we've done a solution where we've integrated COP, AIS, and faster payments to use secure fund disbursements. So I think often clients start with a specific use case and then they branch out into different use cases across their business unit. So for example, they'll start with a refund for COP and then they start to think, oh, well, actually, I could use that for checking suppliers or onboarding customers in terms of direct debit. One of the things that we feel at PayPoint is the power of open banking is when you combine multiple elements together to find a solution to some of the challenges that people have. So what we found from clients is they're often paying out check refunds and actually it's quite a cumbersome process. It's quite expensive. And with all bank branches sort of starting to reduce hours and close, it becomes quite a cumbersome way of getting a refund back to a consumer.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we've done is we've combined confirmation of payee, we've combined account information services and faster payments to ensure that we can make payments direct to individuals without knowing their bank account details, but ensuring that we're making sure that those bank details are correct. And I think when you combine those elements together, businesses start to use open banking and see the applications across their environment, and then they start to make the next step into other uses of open banking within their
business. Yeah, is that familiarity, I guess, is. Yeah. And like you say, confirmation of payee as a service is so easy to use. that once you've done it in your own banking app, for example, I guess businesses see how they can integrate it as well, which is great.
Yeah.
So look, Jo, I know this isn't your first Expo. You've been coming now for a few years. So how do you think conversations around fraud in particular have moved on since last year's Expo?
Yeah, I think we've got more and more businesses that are actually using confirmation of payee to tackle fraud. And I think because there are different applications, I think what we're finding is everyone's sharing best practice, and we're seeing different use cases come out. So, for example, we were working with one client recently that were looking at combating sort of anti-slavery and making sure that they were doing cop checks when they were setting up payroll providers to make sure that someone's salaries weren't going to one single bank account for multiple people. And I think that's something that perhaps never crossed my mind previously. So I think now more and more businesses are taking these services. They are coming up with their own user cases that they can then share with other businesses and share best practice.
Before we send you on your way, well, we are going to send you on your way, but with an ecosystem of your very own, as you're part of the open banking ecosystem, of course, at PayPoint. Don't worry, we won't send you off. You don't have to take it with you right this moment.
Thank you.
But enjoy the rest of the Expo, Jo, and thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Cheers.